The Iron Claw is a new film that's about professional wrestling the same way that Whiplash is about drumming. On its surface, it's the story about the Von Erich family, a legendary family in the pro wrestling world. It follows 4 sons as they attempt to move up the ranks in pro wrestling, make their father proud, and break what's called the Von Erich curse. The Von Erich curse is described as a series of family tragedies that they just can't get away from. Gradually throughout the film, you see the rise and breakdown of this familial unit. So, I was aware of what happened in this film before watching it. When I was in middle school, I was a big pro wrestling fan and knew of the Von Erichs and the tragedies their family has endured. But this film did something that I didn't expect. It found a way to surprise me. This film showed me that it didn't matter that I knew what would happen to this tragic family. What really mattered was the loss they endured during this period of time. The ups and downs of World Heavyweight Championship belts and tragedy after tragedy large enough to append any family. It was able to rope me in with a few key aspects, but the greatest one was the performances. This film is littered with spectacular performances. My favorite of the supporting cast were Harris Dickinson and Holt McCallany, if I'm pronouncing that last name right. Dickinson plays the loudmouth golden child of the Von Erichs. Dickinson as a performer has been doing many interesting movies over the last several years between See How They Run, Triangle of Sadness, and Scrapper, and his run doesn't end here as he successfully plays the innocent, lighthearted brother here to perfection. His performance very much enhances the sense of tragedy we feel later on in the movie. Holt McCallany is legitimately Oscar-worthy. No joke. He's been an incredible character actor for years, and here he plays the family patriarch, failed pro wrestling titan of a being that was Fritz Von Erich. The thing about his performance is you never question his love for his sons. However, it's proven that his own personal ambition is what throws his boys into the gutter, forgetting what's truly important in life. McCallany was a fantastic acting choice here. He won't be nominated for awards, but without him, the movie doesn't work. He played a flawed man who loves his sons exceptionally well. Definitely not your standard strict father role. The rest of the supporting cast here is great as well. Maura Tierney as the mom, Stanley Simons as the youngest most innocent brother, Lily James as our main character Kevin's wife, and of course Jeremy Allen White in an exceptional turn as the exciting Carrie Von Erich, who I wish we had gotten more moments of introspection on in the movie. But the true star of this film is Zac Efron. This is it. This is his best performance. He's been an exciting actor for well over a decade now, but lately has struggled to find a role that hooks audiences and gets him the recognition that he deserves. Here he plays Kevin Von Erich, the oldest brother in the family who toggles between the need to protect his brothers, wife and kids, and his own career. He's faced with critical choices throughout the film that make him decide if he's going to be selfish like his father before him. Is he going to put his brothers and family first before wrestling? It's not a clear-cut path for Kevin as portrayed in the movie. Zac is excellent throughout the film. I cannot wait to see what he does next. Similarly to Holt McCallany, I think that Zac is most certainly awards worthy here. I don't feel like he's going to now. We've gotten Golden Globe and Critics' Choice Awards nominations out and he wasn't featured in either, but to me, this is his best performance of his career so far. The wrestling scenes also work super well. They got the intensity of pro wrestling down. The hard landings, the strength required to do it, the risks wrestlers have to take even if an outcome is predetermined. This film gave us a look behind the curtain better than any movie involving pro wrestling in the past, in my opinion. It was honest, but also fair to the sport. We also got a look into the business operation of pro wrestling and what it means to become a world heavyweight champion, how wrestlers that are feuding in the ring interact with one another in the locker room. It was very different and interesting. This film balances wrestling and the real story of the family very well. There's never a span of time where I feel a lack of the story, that wrestling is outweighing the real meat and potatoes here. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. The movie script adds weight to each match shown. There's a healthy amount of wrestling featured in the movie, and every time it has a greater meaning than winning or losing. This is such a testament to how the script is crafted and allowed for there to never be a dull moment throughout the film. Whether there were punches thrown physically or verbally, I was hooked as an audience member throughout the movie. Now get ready because this film is deeply emotional. I hadn't realized how bought in I was into the story until a certain scene near the end that I will not spoil here. This movie hits you like a ton of bricks in a certain scene that is a testament to Zach and Jeremy's performances, the cinematography being presented, and the risk the script writers made. It really goes out there, but it really works. And I'm man enough to say that it made me cry more than any movie in recent history. That's right, this pro wrestling movie made me cry. This, to me, is one of the best of the year. It's a deep family drama presented in a fashion that many can relate to. I said at the beginning of this video that it's about pro wrestling the same way Whiplash is about drumming. Let me explain that for a sec. Whiplash is really about obsession and fear of failure of Miles Teller's character with the backdrop of a jazz orchestra. This movie is about a broken family and how it struggles with lofty expectations and tragedy with the backdrop of pro wrestling. The fact that this is a true story just makes it land even harder. There are going to be a lot of movies released here in the holiday season, but please, whenever this opens wide, go out and watch it. It is well worth your time. It has fantastic performance, a great story, something that I think a lot of people can relate to, and it's told in a different way. It's something totally unique to itself, and I am grateful that we got it. And that's everything that I have to say about the Iron Claw. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know what you thought of the movie if you've seen it down below in the comments. And make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you like this and you want to see more. Bye, guys.